Hey guys, it's Angel here with Ninth House Collective. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. This is our second SASS event. We are here to hold space, to educate, to help those who are seeking to gain self-awareness, who might be going through some spiritual awakenings, for those who just need to feel seen and heard and want to expand upon their knowledge. So a group of us have gathered. We have palm readers, psychics, tarot readers, energy workers, those of us who have been connected to the metaphysical side of our universe. So we're here to kind of share knowledge and to teach and to also offer readings after any of the workshops with any of the readers you may have connected with. Currently I'm traveling, so I'm so grateful that I got to at least connect with you guys through this video. And what we're going to be talking about today is really just an overview of the 7 main chakra centers within our body. And starting here, I'm going to just list them. This is our root chakra. This center connects us with our physical world and feelings around safety and security and our basic needs. So think about shelter, money, water, community, right? That is the center where, when we're going through difficulties around finance or around our home life or any imbalances around feeling safe, secure, and supported, okay? And then moving up, the second center is this beautiful orange center. We have the red of the root chakra here. It's really important to I want to back up a little bit before I progress. Color has a frequency, right? And so each of our electrical centers, right? Each of our chakra centers that run along our spinal cord, they have a frequency that is their highest tune, right? Think of it as their highest self, where it is spinning in alignment, it is balanced, it is healthy, it is seeing things in a very healthy, harmonious way around some of the themes we just talked about. So our career, our finances, our home life, food, shelter. So that's the first center. Moving up, the frequency of the next center is matched when it is balanced with our sacral center. It's orange. So this beautiful center, the second sacral chakra, it correlates with creativity and emotions and our sexuality. So if you're experiencing any blocks, like creative blocks, if we are having some emotional instability within our life where we are feeling very triggered and our emotions are really like right on the surface, this is a center that we can address to really gain some more clarity and more calm and settling within our emotions. Okay, again, I'm just going to be kind of touching on a few things, but this correlates with our sexuality, our creativity, and how we experience joy and pleasure within our physical world. All right, so again, red and then orange, and we move next to this is our, I like to call it our personal power center, right? This is our solar plexus. That is yellow. For those of you who may be around my age and you remember learning Roy G. Biv, right? Colors have frequencies. Red, orange, yellow, Roy, G, green, B, blue, V, violet, or I think I skipped I, indigo, and V, violet. So it's a good way to help you visualize the center that might need some healing, might need some attention, or where there might need a broader perspective around a belief that you currently hold that might be causing blocks or stagnation in our lives. So that's what we're going to continue to talk about, right? It's about how we can gain self-awareness and move through those blocks more in flow, more aligned, and really being able to garner the lessons. So the third center, our solar plexus, that correlates to our inner voice, our inner critic. It's how we think, feel, and speak about ourselves, right? Oftentimes we are our worst critic. So it's really about expanding that center, right? It is about our willpower. It is about our self-confidence, right? So it's about really listening to our gut instinct, right? Really feeling secure in that we know we are in tune in that center. We set goals. We are able to follow through and make decisions, clear and decisive decisions when the center, our solar plexus, the third one, located in the tummy area. When that is in flow, we are really great with being able to see our value, see our worth. We are great at making goals and plans and honoring and following through with them with integrity. We are our most confident when that center is in balance. So, all right, so moving on, we have talked so far about the first three, and the next center, which is our heart center, and located just where you think it would be in your chest area. This center is the bridge between our spiritual and our material selves, right? So think of the bottom three, the root, which connects us with the earth, with feelings of safety and security, makes us feel safe and supported in this world. Then we move to, again, sacral, really being in flow and creative and being able to accept joy in a healthy and balanced manner within our lives, really fostering harmonious and reciprocal relationships, whether it be with friends, with our work colleagues, with our lovers, our family, etc. Okay, and then again, solar plexus, that's making the goals, following through, taking the action, right? That is really healing that inner critic and really understanding a broader perspective and being able to hold grace and compassion for yourself. Also, as we move up to that heart center again, the bridge, right? This center is all about forgiveness of self and others, right? So it's really about letting go of negative and stagnant energy that we may hold, past disappointments where we still are blaming others. Think of the heart center as a way to understand that, life is hard and people show up in the best way they can with the capacity that they have, right? And so I'm not saying that what anybody did to harm or cause trauma or pain within your life, I'm not saying that any of that was right or acceptable. What I'm saying is that we are all human beings and trying to improve and grow. So sometimes holding on to those resentments really just hurts us the most, right? Set them free. Remember the good things and cut the energy that they put on you that made you feel less than, right? Set that energy free. So these are some of the topics and the themes that we'll kind of dive into a little deeper as this series progresses. Now, SASS is a group of us, like I mentioned, coming together to be of service to our community, to help them with guidance and direction, and also a place where our community can connect with the healers, the readers, and those that they might feel a resonance with. For private readings or whatever other services each of us may provide. So, all right, guys. So this series, as it progresses, and as I believe it to be true, we will be meeting every other month. The next time that I get together with you guys, we are going to be doing a deeper dive into our root chakra. We're going to spend the whole workshop talking about the root chakra. We're going to have a meditation and some affirmations to help us balance and align and learn about the root chakra and how we can connect and align with the energy of the earth. I want you guys to think about In our society today, we walk around on rubber shoes, right? Linoleum floors. We're just not in nature as much. We don't connect with Earth's energy. So this is really about learning to bring that energy up. And so I'm going to be diving in deeper each week as these symposiums progress. And we're going to take a deeper dive week by week into each of the centers. Okay, so we've talked about the bottom three, which are our ones that connect us more with the physical world around themes of safety, security, feeling supported, harmonious relationships, creativity, and then also about solar plexus, our will, our inner critic, our confidence, right? How we make decisions and follow through. Think about when you set a goal, whether it's a health goal, a business goal, a relationship goal, whatever it is, when you commit and follow through, how do you feel? Proud. That's what we want to activate again, is really getting that action-oriented center lit up and feeling balanced so that you can really let go of the false stories that create these negative self-narratives. They need transformation, okay? Heart center, again, forgiveness of self and forgiveness of others. And now we're going to be moving to the top three that really are connected with the universal, the higher self, God energy, Jesus energy, love energy, nature energy, however that resonates for you, because it is my own personal belief that we all have different names depending on our culture, how we were raised, and what we were taught. So as adults, it is our job to get curious and to unwind those teachings and see which parts resonate and which parts need transformation and perhaps maybe causing blocks within our lives. All right, so let's talk now a little bit about the upper three chakras. The first is our throat center, right? And can anybody guess what this center might correlate with in our physical world? It's about speaking your truth. It's about how you communicate authentically. It's also about how you listen to understand and hear. And I feel like this is a really important center to nurture in our current times right now, right? We are so divided. There needs to be compassion and empathy, understanding, clear communication, being able to clearly listen and understand others. So throat center is such an important center to really work on so that you understand what it is you want. What are your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations, and how can you speak them more authentically and be able to come together and connect and speak what it is you need within relationships, within work, within your truth, right? And all of us have a different truth. So it's about speaking your truth, it's about clear communication, and it's about really listening to understand. Okay. That center is our blue center. And so the color blue holds the frequency of a balanced and inflow center, right? So I'd like to bring up another little topic or fun tidbit, but intuitively we all are so linked in. Sometimes we don't even understand it. But I have found it's amazing to me when I work with people who come to me for energy work, how often the center, now mind you, I do my prep work with my clients before I see them, and then we discuss what came up in my meditation, and then we read the cards, and then we do energy work, right? So that's how I work. So it is amazing to me to see, that connection and how that really tapping into some of these broader concepts can really help us to heal each of those centers, right? So we all bring different gifts. So the throat center, like I said, it has often been a center that needs attention with many of the clients that I've been seeing both remotely or in person. And, that color is blue, right? It is a universal kind of consciousness, right? And something that everybody could benefit from nurturing, really being able to speak authentically, kindly, and really be able to understand and listen to hear and understand so that we can gain broader perspectives. So often when somebody has this center that came up for them as a primary center that needs some focus and some awareness around, they show up to my Reiki studio here wearing blue. Intuitively, we know what we need. So incorporating blues or the colors that you think need some nurturing is also a great little tool to have, right? Eating those color foods, imagining with your eyes closed and doing some breath work, that color expanding in that center. So these are things that we can do and tools that we can have to help us go through life more in flow. Okay, so moving on from the throat center, next we have the third eye, which is our clear seeing. This is about our intuition, right? And when our intuition and third eye is operating in a manner that is balanced and aligned, and your solar plexus are, your decision, your clarity, your discernment is on fire, right? Because you trust your gut. You are open to seeing things from a higher perspective, right? So, the crown chakra, we were talking about third eye. So the third eye chakra is really your center that connects us and correlates to intuition and insight, right? It's how we tap into our sixth senses. It's how we gain discernment and clarity from a higher level, right? From a spiritual level, from an energetic level, right? So this is the energetic and the spiritual and the source energy, the love energy, the God energy, the Yeshua energy, right? The upper ones connect us more with the universe and spiritual energies, and the bottom three connect us with earthly energies. And the bridge is right here in our heart center, guys. So this is the type of things and the kind of concepts that we're going to dive deeper into as this series progresses. So again, I want you guys to kind of grab and look at this printout. For those of you, in case there wasn't enough handouts, feel free as I hold this to take a screenshot so you have this information to reflect on. This is something from my Reiki 2 training. After my Reiki 2 training, I did study for a year-long master training. I'm trained in the Asui lineage in Reiki, and I have incorporated my Reiki work, my intuitive work, my card reading work. I have incorporated that all into just holding space for people and helping them find more awareness, bringing light to the areas that might need some healing. And that's what I do. So all of the readers here are wonderful. They all hold such special gifts. So really feel free to explore. Go sit in on the other workshops today, right? You'll learn something. You might meet some great people, but you might also find a reader or an energy healer or something that you may need to help push yourself to the next level, so to speak. So to help be the catalyst to propel you to find more balance, more flow, and more harmony within your life. All right, guys. We're moving up to the final of the 7 chakra centers. The third eye that we just talked about, again, is about our intuition. It is about our insight, and it is about our clarity and our discernment, right? And as all of these flow, they work in synergy so well, right? As we feel safe and secure, we're able to have more creativity and pleasure because we're feeling grounded and safe. And that in turn allows us to make clear decisions, right? To really embrace and work on our self-confidence and setting goals and achieving the things that set our soul on fire. And as that is balanced, we're able to forgive ourselves and others and really move through creating a more authentic, right, way of communicating with yourself and with others, and finding clarity and discernment from our inner world. And finally, the 7th center that we're going to speak on today is our crown chakra. So typically this is located just a couple inches above our head. When I meditate on this center, for me, I feel kind of a almost like a translucent and a lightening of the top of my head, where it really kind of like opens up and allows this crown chakra more access from the spiritual realm, from love, from light, from the creator, from source, from nature, from your higher self, right? From the energy of love and integrity, however that resonates for you. Again, my personal belief is we all have a lot of words for the same energy. And so it's time to unwind the parts of us that maybe don't align or resonate anymore with some of the teachings and the stories that we've held to be true for ourselves, right? So that's what this symposium is about. It's about bringing these healers, these readers together as guides. It's about us learning from each other and sharing and developing our skills and seeing how we can better serve you guys in the future. So, all right, let's wrap up with the crown chakra. So this center, it correlates to our insight, our intuition, and, you know, connecting with source, right? I'm sorry, that was the third eye we just spoke on. This one connects us with the energy of the universe, the energy of God, the energy of love, the energy of light, the energy of all that is unconditional love, of all that is healing, and all that is of the utmost wisdom. That's how I see it. That's my language for. So however you connect with that, the crown center is our electrical center, or that is our funnel to open up and to allow that light and that energy and that wisdom and that unconditional love to pour in, right? So you see how when these centers are all aligned and able to flow and work together, how we have more harmony within our lives, how we have more safety and security, how we can how we can create community that is aligned with us, really learning to let go of the relationships, the jobs, the situations, the things that we pour our energy into that do not serve us, that do not bring us joy. So that is a little bit about the 7 centers. So I just want to thank you guys for coming today. You know, it's so important. And my biggest message that I have been wanting to put out into the world right now, it is really a time of transformation right now, of coming back to self, of understanding ourselves more on a soul level in a way that resonates for you. And so I think there can be lots of languages and lots of faiths and lots of practices that help us connect that way, in a way that is aligned for us. So if you guys have any suggestions or topics that you would like to explore, please find Mary. That is who is hosting. That is the home you are at today, gathering here for all of the workshops and connecting with the readers. So please find Mary and make any suggestions on topics that you're curious about, because my biggest lesson is to remember to speak authentically, to lean into your joys, your curiosity, and the things that excite you, and take it as far as you can. Take the lessons from that, and when it is time to move forward in a new direction, then continue to follow whatever your next chapter brings. So these are some of the workshops, some of the concepts, some of the information that we will be bringing to you guys. So please, we want this to be interactive. We want to bring awareness around spirituality, around awakening, around different things and concepts that are happening in the world, and see how we can support one another, create community. It is so important for us to be aligned, to nurture our energetic selves, because when our chakra centers are in alignment, there is ease within our body. When they are not in alignment, there is dis-ease within our body. So when these centers remain out of balance for too long, they will show up in different ways and manifest in different ways within our physical world. So these are some more of the topics that we will dive deeper into for our next gathering. So again, we're going to be meeting every other month. I want to take a second again for those of you who maybe are just catching the tail end. Here's a little screenshot you can take. Just goes over some basic information that we spoke on today about our red root chakra being connected with our physical world, about our orange sacral center that is connected with our emotions, our sexuality, and our creativity. Our yellow solar plexus center, which is connected to our willpower and our inner critic, right? And it really correlates with how we make decisions, right, on a gut level, right? Think of it as your internal mind, right? And then we move up to our green center. This is about unconditional love. It's the bridge between our physical bottom 3 centers and our spiritual upper 3 centers, right? So giving you these visuals for those of you who may have never heard of our chakra centers or our energy centers. This is something that you can refer to kind of remember, and you can, start thinking about these concepts and write down any questions you may have, because we're going to continue to expand on these concepts as we move forward and continue to bring more workshops and more gatherings, right? So again, find Mary for those of you who have suggestions, who have curiosities, who really have a thirst for knowledge and would like a subject discussed in one of the workshops. We have many different readers with many different gifts and trainings, so we will be happy to collab and to bring you the information that you're seeking at this time. Okay, guys? Again, my name is Angel with Ninth House Collective. I'd like to ask you guys to take a moment with me to just do a quick little breathwork exercise before we close out this workshop today. I want you to take a moment to uncross your legs if they are crossed and to place your feet flat and firmly on the floor in front of you. I want you to place your hands within your lap, either however you feel called, either upwards and relaxed on your lap, or palms down. You'll know intuitively what energy it is you need to balance and align. And if you feel like switching within the middle, that is fine as well. So as you get comfortable and plant your feet firmly on the floor, I'm going to ask each of you guys to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it at the top and scan your body for tension. And release through your mouth with a sigh. Letting go. Softening your body. Becoming aware of where you might be holding imbalances within your body. Where does it feel tight? Where does it feel tense? I want you to develop a breathing rhythm that works well for you. So we will explore different breathwork techniques as this series of workshops progress. When you feel ready, gently close your eyes and begin to breathe in on a 4 count. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Hold and scan, 3, 4. Release, sigh, let go. Soften on your exhales. In through 4. Hold for 4. Scan your body for tensions and release any tensions with your exhale, letting go. Using your exhales to really soften your body and still your mind. I want you to imagine now that you have roots growing from your feet that are really just kind of breaking through the flooring, kind of deepening and cracking through the earth underneath the house where you're sitting and gathered today, plunging into the clay and moving and searching for the center of the earth. As you breathe in vitality and breathe out stress, allow your bodies to soften and your roots to anchor themselves deeply within the earth. And with your next breath, I want you to imagine breathing in all of her energy of safety, of security. All of that red energy that helps us to feel and remember that we are safe, we are secure, and we are supported. Tap into her energy and allow that energy to flow upwards, rising through each of our centers and spilling out like a fountain, dropping back into the earth and up through the roots until you feel a sense of peace, a sense of calm, and a sense of connection envelop you. Take a moment to focus on your breath. Breathing in and out and letting go. When you feel ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and open your eyes and gently reemerge, connecting in this timeline. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining and really showing up for yourselves today. So enjoy the rest of the symposium. There's a lot of great readers here at your disposal. Go soak in their energy, their knowledge, their wisdom, ask questions. This is a space that is safe to explore and find Mary and really let us know what it is you're seeking, what you would like to learn more about, and how we can customize these symposiums as we move forward. So again, namaste. Thank you for joining me. Again, my name is Angel with Ninth House Collective, and I look forward to connecting in person as soon as the universe opens up that space. Take care, guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening.